So the other day I came across something in Audacity using AI to help with cleaning up your motovlogging audio. And what was weird was I haven't seen anything about it in YouTube regarding motovlogs. So perhaps it's a secret that only the big boys know. Who knows? Anyway, I thought to share it with you if you're wanting a little more control on the audio from the microphone whilst riding your bike. So Audacity is a free program for audio editing that a lot of people use, and I've been a bit down on it because it didn't have all the features of Adobe Audition. However, it does have one interesting little feature. It has the ability to plug in a plugin, funnily enough, called OpenVino AI. And I was mucking about with it last night, and I think it might be the perfect answer for motovloggers, such as for example, this one, e.g. you've got your microphone in the helmet and you want to do some work on your voice only, and you want to maybe separate out the engine noise, etc. Maybe you don't have two microphones, so you can't do that like the big boys do, you know. Anyhow, I was playing around with the OpenVino AI, and well, I'll let the rest of the video show you what it does. So this is my test case for the OpenVino AI. We shall just be talking normally. Thank you very much. Thanks, previous chicken. Okay, so let's check out Audacity. Now, your Audacity may look very different to mine. I have mine set in dark mode, primarily because my eyeballs are really bad. And I also have multi-track view so that I'm showing the spectral analysis as well as the WAV form. Now, I'm not going to go into deep details into the differences between the two. I like this section here primarily because it shows me where the noise is, etc., etc. Now, here we have just got the cut, and I'll just play it for you right now. So this is my test case for the OpenVino AI. We shall just be talking normally. Thank you very much. Now that's straight from the microphone. It's a mono, so I haven't converted to stereo. Normally do that later. And I haven't done any changes to it at all. That's just purely straight out of the microphone. So what I would normally do now, and what I will do, is we go up to Effect and we get the choice of Get AI Effects. Now I already have them, as you can see down here. I've got OpenVino Music Separation and OpenVino Noise Separation. There's also another one which can actually transpose what you're saying as well. I don't know where that is. It might be under Tools. Let me have a quick look. No, it's not. Anyway, so if you don't have OpenVino AI effects, and by default, neither the OpenVino AI effects or the Waves effect are part of Audacity, then you need to get AI effects, and up comes the window with the browser, etc., etc. You follow the instructions, you download the effect, then you download the OpenAI models that they use to work it all out. And I believe you have to restart Audacity, and now you should have OpenVino AI effects. Now you might be thinking to yourself, hey, why don't we use the noise suppression rather than the music separation? Well, it does work, but it treats the audio as one file. So not only is it suppressing the engine, but it's also suppressing the voice, which isn't really what you want to do. So we're going to use the OpenVino AI. Make sure that you have everything that you want to affect selected before using the effect in Audacity. So we're going to use music separation. Up comes this window. It's fairly simple. You've got 2-stem for instrumental and vocals, and then another one 4-stem for drum, bass, vocals, and others. I've only ever used the 2-stem. I don't know whether or not 4-stem is going to work perfectly well or not. For my use, instrumental and vocals works perfectly fine. What will happen is your engine will be considered an instrument, because it is, and your vocals will, of course, be vocals. Under advanced options, you only have these shifts. There's no information as to what these are. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know. And of course you can choose a CPU, or if you've got a GPU to use for the AI. We're just going to use CPU. I use everything as default, and we'll click Apply. Now this is a fairly small file, so it won't take too long for AI to do its job. And what will happen is you'll get two more files open, and what we'll do is we'll mute the top one, which is the put together one, and we will just play the instrumental first, which sounds like this. Now if you look down here, you'll see that we're playing over the vocals. Because we're soloing it, we're only showing and playing the instrumental track. So as you can hear, hopefully, that was basically just your engine. So if we just unsolo the engine and solo the vocals, and we'll start up here. Bit of wind noise. So this is my test case for the OpenVino AI. We shall just be talking normally. Thank you very much. Now, I wanted to just show you the spectrometer, I think it's called. You can see the difference between the three different files. We have the undealt to, which is everything together. Then we've got the engine one here, and you can see that basically it looks as though it's taken the vocals out of the engine, which of course it has. Now down here you can see the vocals, but you can also see a little bit of overlap with regards to the engine as well. Now we can actually get rid of that. I bought a VST. It occurred to me that I should just use the AI to suppress the noise rather than use a paid-for plugin. So we can do all of this for free. No need to pay for anything. And so far, Audacity and Davinci are free. Okay, now that engine noise can actually be heard just in this little section here. Is that going to work? Yes, it is. So this little area right here has got where the engine is, if you hear that. Now we can get rid of that using OpenVino noise suppression. So with it selected, the track selected, all of it. Come on, there we go. We go up to Effect, we go down to OpenVino AI Effects and OpenVino Noise Suppression. So what we've done is we've separated it first, and now we're going to suppress the noise on our vocals. In this, we've got an inference device. I don't know what all that means. CPU, GPU, and GPU1, rather the same as the music separation. And under the noise suppression model, you may have something different. I've got Deep Filter Net 2 and 3. That's because those are the models I've downloaded. I don't know what ones you've downloaded, so they could be something different. I don't bother with the advanced options. I use everything as default. Now, if I just click Apply, you should see quite a marked difference in this area here where the noise was. If I play this file now. This is my test case for the OpenVino AI. We shall just be talking normally. Okay, back to where I was before. Now, thing is, if I go and unsolo these and play these both at the same time. So this is my test case for the OpenVino AI. Sounds very similar, if I mute these, to the one that is all encased. So this is my test case for the OpenVino AI. Now you might be saying, well, chicken, you really haven't done much. Well, actually, yes, we have, because those of you who know your audio will now know that we can actually do whatever we want to do. I mute this one and unmute that one. I could have just soloed it, but that's all right. We can go down here and apply any effect we want. AI. Parameter effects, etc. So any of these effects that you see up here, amplifiers, loudness, compressors, pitch, tempo, EQ, you can make yourself sound like a chicken, or you can make yourself sound really, really low. Now what you're going to do is and that gives you control. It gives you control over how much of the engine actually plays. So for an example, if we mute this top one and play this as you're speaking. So this is you might want to say, hey, look, let's have the volume just down a little bit. So this is my test case for the OpenVino AI. We shall just be talking normally. Thank you very much. And then you could raise it up afterwards. That's called auto ducking. You can do that within Davinci Resolve. in Fairlight down here in Fairlight. Now, I'm not going to take you through Davinci Resolve, but what we can do, therefore, is, if I minimize that for a moment, we will export this file and we will export this file separately and bring them into Davinci, and then you can hear the difference. Okay, so we're back in Davinci. I've made the exports. You can actually export multiple ones at the same time, which is kind of cool. I didn't even know that, but I've just done it. I'm going to drag them in from the other monitor into my media bin, as you can see there. And we now have both the instrumental. As you hover over the top in Davinci, it plays it, and the vocals. So with them both selected, you should be able to drag them into this area down here. That's in Audio 3. You can see that they're actually stacked above each other. That's not exactly what we want. So we can go ahead and put those two together. Now what you would do is usually you do a better job than what I'm going to do, of course, which is... So you can see by the WAV forms, and by WAV forms I'm talking about these odd looking shapes here. You can see that I need to put this lot about there. Let's just get a bit closer. So this is my... So now, with that in mind, we've now got an instrumental. We could rename this one if you wanted engine, and we could rename this one to vocal. I've got audio 2, which is from my microphone. I've muted the GoPro track because the GoPro track is just atrocious, but we can mute the audio 2. Test case for the OpenVino AI. We shall just be talking normally. Thank you very much. Now, as you can see on the right-hand side of Davinci, they actually have a ducker for audio ducking. According to the track, I have the vocal track selected at the moment, but I want to duck the engine, for example. So I've now got the engine track selected, and I can choose ducker, and I can choose which audio I want to to duck against. And what will happen is Davinci will automatically lower the audio based on the audio it finds in the vocals track, and I've called it vocal. And you can choose how much you want to duck down. So that's the end of the video for me. For me, yes, that's really cool. I will obviously not carry on with this video, but I can easily make my voice punch a little bit more, make the engine less noisy or more noisy, and I can get rid of the wind from my vocals. As simple as that. So thank you very much for watching. That's just my weird little thing.